Hey everybody, just wanted to give you a quick rundown on using this Timberline Sharpener I just picked up. Like I said in the previous video, I'm pretty new to sawing, pretty new to running a chainsaw, and I just couldn't find a good way to sharpen my chains. The file was just too clumsy for me, and all the other things just didn't hold the chain tight enough or straight enough, just for my brain to get over the fact that it wasn't as close to perfect as possible as far as sharp. So I got this Timberline Sharpener, and I've unboxed it the other day for you. This will be the first time that I've actually went ahead and tried to use it on the saw. So most of my videos are unrehearsed. This is just off the cuff, trying it for the first time. So let's see what kind of damage I can do here. So the instructions say to place this over top of the bar. Make sure these screws are out far enough that it'll fit. This is a 0.325 chain, so I got the 3/16 cutter from Timberline. Set it over top. And they say to insert the cutter so that it can rock on a tooth. So right there you can see it's rocking back and forth. Adjust the camera so you can see a little bit better. Sorry about that. So we get it rocking, and then you want to find a place where it's pretty much centered. So we'll try this right here. We can always adjust the thumb screws a little bit later. Flip up these dogs as we advance, because I can really just see this being worn easily. Oh, see, I didn't tighten them tight enough. Let's try it tighter. Wants to rock forward as I tighten, of course. Careful to pull that cutter out of there. We can adjust this guy so the stop is in the right spot. Something like that. You really don't have to adjust this center knob unless there's some chain bar wear. This one's still pretty tight, it's not worn. It's just so it kind of compresses the bar together to keep that tooth nice and straight. So I guess we'll give it a couple turns here. That's entirely too tight, so maybe we'll back it off a little bit, slide it back. That's still too tight. I feel like we could break the carbide. Pretty interesting setup here. It is actually cutting just a little bit. Maybe we'll slide her in a little bit farther. Right there, it's just cutting a little bit of shavings. I'll zoom in here for you. This is the stuff that reviews don't usually show us what it's actually doing. So there's the cutter. If I turn the cutter and take it out, maybe you can see. Here's the tooth. Trying to maintain a hook shape. One thing I've seen other people review these is that it does do a nice hook up in this area, but it's not a consistent hook all the way down. And I got looking at this steel chain, and from the factory there's actually a grind here and a separate grind here. So I guess maybe a person would go ahead and sharpen this up here and then run a hand file down lower to kind of match it. Seems like to be the best solution. So let's run this cutter through here, kind of advance and turn at the same time. Once it's done cutting, keep it moving. Take it out far enough to get it out of the way. And let's advance the chain a little bit. I'm going to lift these dogs out of the way because I can see a sharp chain really digging into these pieces of aluminum for sure. So past the cutter that goes the opposite direction, all the way past the one we're going to sharpen. See the cutter's in the way there. And then back the tooth up to our little guides. Bring the cutter in here, turning as we go. Turning and advancing at the same time. Again, pulling out and turning at the same time. That'll just keep the cutter from getting wrecked, I would say. You can see right down there, there's definitely some shavings. Do one more here before I show you the tooth even closer. Flip these guys out of the way. Past the tooth that goes the other direction. Past the tooth we're going to sharpen, and then back up. Tight. Wow, you can see how tight that actually is. It seems like it's doing a good job. Zoom you in here, see if we can get a little bit better view. Adjust my light a little bit for you. Yeah, but leaves a nice shiny surface. I think that's going to work just fine. So I guess that's it in a nutshell. This was a fairly new chain. I only run like 1 tank of gas on it, so it didn't really need to be sharpened. Sharpened, just touched up. So I think I'll go through the rest of it and see how it turns out. Thanks for watching my review and usage of this Timberline Sharpener. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.